All praise belongs to Allah, the Lord of the worlds. May the peace and blessings of Allah be upon our beloved Prophet Muhammad, his pure household, Ahlul Bayt, and his noble companions. May the peace, mercy, and blessings of Allah be upon you. Welcome. Once, I was sinking deep in a spiritual valley. There was a time when my life had been filled with abundant good deeds, each performed with care and devotion. But seasons change, and slowly, I found myself doing fewer and fewer righteous acts. The bad deeds began to accumulate, while the good ones became rare, and their quality, they were done with such little attention, such haste, that I was ashamed to even call them good deeds. I began hiding these meagre acts, like someone who once served feasts now embarrassed to offer mere crumbs. Better to not do it at all, I told myself, than to present such poor offerings. Bitterness took root in my heart as I remembered my better days. Surely, I thought, Allah must be angry with me for presenting these cheap, poor-quality deeds after having been capable of so much more. Then came the dream. One night, Allah blessed me with a vision that would change everything. I found myself standing before a magnificent building, Allah's court of judgment. Angels stood guard on the ground floor, their presence both comforting and intimidating. In my hand, I clutched a single flower, my deed, my offering. The angels gestured upward, and with each step toward the top floor, my heart grew heavier. When I reached the upper chamber, I saw him. Glory be to Allah, Lord of all worlds, Master of the Day of Judgment, the most merciful, the most compassionate. His presence filled the chamber. Before him stood a table adorned with the most beautiful flowers I had ever seen. Perfect in every way, their beauty made my simple flower look like a weed from the roadside. Shame overwhelmed me, and I turned to leave. But then, his voice, gentle yet profound. "Hamid," he said, "why do you think of me like other bad people who might reject your gifts?" Relief washed over me like a cool breeze. I turned back, and he gestured to the table. Below those magnificent blooms was a space, a place for simpler offerings. My flower found its home there, not at the top, but present, accepted, valued. We sat in silence until he asked, "Am I your Lord?" "No," I answered, surprising even myself. "Why do you think so?" he asked. "My Lord," I replied, "always presents himself in a grand and powerful way." His response touched my soul. "Hamid, will you not believe in me if I don't present myself in your life in a powerful way?" The dream ended, but its wisdom remained, etched forever in my heart. Allah taught me that he isn't like humans who judge by outward beauty and greatness. He sees worth where we see weakness. He values honest effort above perfection, even when we fall from our previous heights. Your deeds, no matter how small, no matter how simple, they have their place in his court. Like my simple flower among the magnificent blooms, every sincere effort to draw near to him is precious in his sight, even in our seasons of spiritual drought. So offer what you can, with a pure heart, for Allah's mercy is greater than our shortcomings, and his love accepts us exactly as we are, whether we're at our peak or in our valley.